From the rising of the sun to its going down, the Lord's name is to be praised. Let us open our hearts to his presence and listen for his voice in the stillness of this evening hour. Our evening sacrifice, the Desire of Ages, chapter 10. The Voice in the Wilderness, October 6th. Fly, lingering moments, fly, oh fly, dear Savior, quickly come. We long to see thee as thou art, and reach that blissful home. We long to see thee as thou art, and reach that blissful home. This chapter is based on Luke 1, verse 5 to 23, 57 to 80, 3, verse 1 to 18, Matthew 3, verse 1 to 12, and Mark 1, verse 1 to 8. Now all these things happened unto them for ensamples, and they are written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the world are come. 1 Corinthians 10, verse 11. To a people in whose hearts his law is written, the favor of God is assured. They are one with him. But the Jews had separated themselves from God. Because of their sins, they were suffering under his judgments. This was the cause of their bondage to a heathen nation. Their minds were darkened by transgression, and because in times past the Lord had shown them so great favor, they excused their sins. They flattered themselves that they were better than other men and entitled to his blessings. These things are written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the world are come. 1 Corinthians 10, verse 11. How often we misinterpret God's blessings and flatter ourselves that we are favored on account of some goodness in us. God cannot do for us that which he longs to do. His gifts are used to increase our self-satisfaction and to harden our hearts in unbelief and sin. John declared to the teachers of Israel that their pride, selfishness, and cruelty showed them to be a generation of vipers, a deadly curse to the people rather than the children of just and obedient Abraham. In view of the light they had received from God, they were even worse than the heathen to whom they felt so much superior. They had forgotten the rock whence they were hewn, and the hole of the pit from which they had been digged. God was not dependent upon them for the fulfilling of his purpose. As he had called Abram out from a heathen people, so he could call others to his service. Their hearts might now appear as lifeless as the stones of the desert, but his spirit could quicken them to do his will and receive the fulfillment of his promise. And now also, said the prophet, the axe is laid unto the root of the trees. Therefore every tree which bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Not by its name, but by its fruit is the value of a tree determined. If the fruit is worthless, the name cannot save the tree from destruction. John declared to the Jews that their standing before God was to be decided by their character and life. Profession was worthless. If their life and character were not in harmony with God's law, they were not his people. Under his heart-searching words, his hearers were convicted. They came to him with the inquiry, "What shall we do then?" He answered, "He that hath 2 coats, let him impart to him that hath none. And he that hath meat, let him do likewise." And he warned the publicans against injustice and the soldiers against violence. This passage was taken from The Desire of Ages, page 106 and 107. Pacific Press Publishing Association, copyright 2005, or Evening Sacrifice, October 6th. I encourage you to connect with God and receive strength to overcome obstacles each day. Thank you for listening. Please join us tomorrow as we offer up our evening sacrifice.